And then I was reading something like only a couple days ago about buying skills.
Yeah, China has a skill that has it in their shop over on the Chinese servers where you can buy skills that it's going to be a level 1 skill regardless, and that skill might not even be unique to you. You're like, well, I don't need that skill. I don't like using my barehanded moves that much, or it's going to be level 1. It's just a flashier move. It's not overpowering compared to the other ones per se.
Okay.
And it all depends on you cultivating that skill. The meat of the combat comes from players being able to. They're like you saw me earlier. I couldn't hit 3, 4, or 5 at the exact same time. So it comes with being able to use those combos and being able to cultivate that skill. Because I could buy both those skills, and it's not going to do me any good if I can't cultivate it or use it properly.
Okay. And I know there's a lot of hype for this game in Asia, and so do you think is that same hype kind of coming to North America and Europe, or
it's been building? I know after North America-wise, after E3 and Comic-Con, it's gotten great reception from the people there, and they were really excited to see it because it's different in the fact that it's so immersive in the sandbox style. It's not the same fantasy stuff that you see everywhere else with crazy-looking small dwarfs or fantastical characters. It has that realism into it. And when people start seeing the combat is not the turn-based, people are those casual gamers that were associated with those old school MMOs that gear themselves to the casual people. They're not casual anymore, so they want that action-based RPG element now. So
and then in terms of other fighting, I mean, I see a lot of PvP, but like if you're out in the wilderness,
those guys
are there
at the beginning of
bears
there are bears, dogs, and some vipers, and there's bandits at the beginning that I was fighting you with. Bears.
Bandits.
Then there's instances where you have like more weird-looking guys with chains who control a group of evil people who've taken over a city and burned down a village, and you have to save them. Men with burnt faces.
But it's not like imps and dragons.
No, the closest thing to an imp I saw was a guy with like a burnt face, like melted and stuff like that. But he's a main villain of an instance or a dungeon that we have to fight. And those taken up to 8 hours sometimes I've seen. Wow. These are what we call our scholar skills. The musician serves like a bard in Dungeons and Dragons. They kind of inspire the other player to be stronger or have more of a focus, or their rage is confined to spawn faster. The wiki player is a tactician kind of chess player. So in a team situation, this wiki player has strategies that they've learned through chess or through Go, and they use those strategies to help build the team in a fight, whether it's an instance or in a guild. The calligrapher, you find pages of school scripts laying around. Go to a calligrapher and they'll be able to mend that book together, and therefore you can get that skill book finally. And then the painter, I equate it to you go to a mechanic and you're in the garage and you see a poster, a motivational poster, the cat saying hang in there. And that's what the painter does. They help your life skill. They motivate you to be stronger for an hour or a day. So when I manufacture something, that precision forging, maybe I don't have to meet such a rigorous qualification since I have that hanging there kitty poster that they painted for me.
And so like if someone's like a master painter, can you, like if you're in a guild, can you go to someone that's a master painter and be like, hey, can you make something for our guild hall or something? Or?
They wouldn't make it for the guild because your guild makes its own sigils. These paintings are, let me go to one right now. Oh. I don't have enough inventory, but the painting would just be an item that I just mix and match. I wouldn't paint it myself. It's like a puzzle. That Wushu poster, it would have the Age of Wushu at the bottom and then the monk's head at the top, and I would just mix and match. Then the higher level it goes to be like 18 different slots I'd have to mix and match.
Got it.
The calligraphy person, you have to balance the hand from going off the page. Musician is, like ancient Chinese guitar hero. The keys will come across and you have to hit it at the right time. The more you have more keys and more strings to pluck. And then,
so there's a lot of like little mini games throughout this. Is there a way to like go and see some wilderness real quick? Or are we, like just in town right now?
Oh, you want to go to another world or something?
I don't know, just like to see the.
Let me go to this Wudang, my school that I'm in right now.
Okay.
This is an example of the hotel we have going on. I can't remember off the top of my head what the button was to show up the instances. But there's an instance menu that shows you what the forbidden instances are and the random bosses that you would face in there. Because it's layered. One instance started out with a village was burning and I have to help the people running out of the village from getting killed. And then I would go in and start putting out fires. And I would go in and I would start helping those who were still straggling to collect their goods and get out. Then eventually it goes down to the point of people are being raped, and I have to keep that from happening. One instance it started out as a man is defying his school's beliefs, and at one point there's a weird Breaking Bad scenario where there's a lab underneath a school of people making poisonous butterflies. It was turned into a weird story with a mute girl yelling at me.
Yeah.
So this is the Wudang school.
This is your school?
Mm-hmm. This is it's
of?
not my personal school, but if anyone who is part of the Wudang.
Okay, got it.
Or Wu-Tang, depending on your
translation,
would join this. You have your school leaders around here where you'll be able to. And a lot of the main NPCs in the game will have their own biography or background. I have my task, I can talk to him. Usually he would have another task or a story-driven task for the Wudang school. That's my school leader right there.
I saw it said like weekly tasks, so there's like weekly stuff,
there's
daily tasks.
Daily tasks that you can choose from.
That's a cool.
Yeah. And this is geographically located where the Wudang mountain and temple is in China. Oh, there we go. See if I can go somewhere fun. Right now we're waiting so when the beta does kick off is when we're going to have a lot more of the players in so that we can test our server strength and get a lot more of interaction with other players to do those guild wars and whatnot. Right? I mean, the Chinese people have made some developers have made some videos for us to look at, but it's Chinese, there's a lot of craziness ensuing, so we haven't really gotten the first-hand look at anything like that.
Okay, so now we're out in the wilderness here.
Sorry, clear my throat.
Oh, wow. Nice.
It's all done on an engine developed by our parent company in Suzhou. So they call it the Flexi engine. We kind of spun that off as a free movement engine, which allows you to do all the runarounds and whatnot. We have some stragglers here, just people who want to sit around and have coffee. But they have the yellow above their head, which means they are targetable. So
okay, so you can, if you were so inclined.
If I was so inclined. Say, hey, stop loitering. Build up a little bit of rage, see if I can build some more up. There we go. Oh, he dodged it.
Nice.
I don't know why I'm looking at the TV when I have the monitor right here. It's at a different angle and everything. Oh, I died. So I'm gonna do the old trick where, do that. I'm gonna run off, shoot some more of the land.